I have a list of, I don't know how many anime this is, but there's a lot of anime here. What we are doing is going through these and ranking them, but I've never watched, I don't really watch anime. I've watched a few anime. I recognize a few of them on this list, but I do not like anime. I think the storytelling could be a lot better, and people are just ignoring that criticism just because, oh, it's a different medium. It's just anime. That's just what anime does. I have big beef with anime, all right? Especially anime creators. I have big beef with anime writers. They don't know how to write good stories. That's just the truth of it. That's just the truth of the matter. So as someone who hates anime, I figured we're gonna rank all the anime on this list so I can give you the truth about what is a good show and what's a bad show. First one is 86. I don't know what this is. It just says 86. This can't be a real show, right? Exactly. That's a good question, MC. What did happen to the other 85? We don't know, so it probably sucks. It's going in F tier. Index. It's called Index. All right, Index. Basing off this cover alone, it looks like it has an interesting plot, but everything else about it, like the characters, it sucks. So because of that, we're gonna put it in D tier because it could be better. It could Akudama. I kind of like the style. All right, the way the character, no, they kind of look like anime drawings, like with the big eyes and stupid. So I'm gonna say it's probably dumb, but it looks like it actually could have a cool story. So it's gonna go in C tier. This one, all I see is anime schoolgirls, so it's probably a slice of life, which means by nature it's a bad show. So that's going in F tier. Angels. It's called Angels, which means it's representing the Christian faith. And since I am a Christian myself, this is gonna go in A tier. I like the style. I don't know what this is, but it looks like a girl with glasses, which means it's probably stupid because people with glasses are nerds. That's going in D tier. I can't see what what this says, so I'm gonna put it F tier because that's just a language barrier. You know what it is. Assassination Classroom. Now I've heard of Assassination Classroom, right? I'm gonna go ahead and say that it kind of lives up to the hype. All right, it could be better though. They did their best with what they had, so I'm gonna put that in B tier. I feel like that's gonna be a B tier show. If I watch these, this is how the ranking's probably exactly gonna go. So I'm gonna say B tier. Decent show. You know, it's decent. B tier means it's a decent show. Attack on Titan. Okay, this one, I've actually watched Attack on Titan. My brother wanted me to watch it. We watched it all the way from start to finish. There's only one spot for this. It's S tier. It's like the best of the best. I'm not even joking. This is how it happened. I had preconceptions of what anime stories are and how garbage they are. My brother listened to all my complaints with anime and said, hey, you'll really like Attack on Titan. I didn't think I'd believe him. I said, nope, it can't be possible. It's an anime, so it has to suck. Not only was Attack on Titan goated, but it literally did everything I said anime should try doing. To the point that, like, I'm trying to write my own story eventually, and they kind of took a bunch of my ideas. Probably better than I would ever do it. So it's so interesting. That's an S tier. That's best of the best, all right? I don't think it's going to be topped by any other anime on this list. Son of Ogre. Wait, what is that? Oh, it's Baki. Okay. Let me just say that Baki, I feel like Baki does not have a good story, like, at all. But it's entertaining. It's extremely entertaining, and it has a lot of style. So that's gonna go in A tier. Yeah, it's gonna go top of A tier. I feel like it has so much style that Baki is just sick. That's all I know. Next one. Again, there's no title. All I see is a girl with her. That's gonna go in C tier. All right, it's gonna go in C tier. All right. This one has no title, but this one is notorious. It's called Beastars. It's about animals and furries. I'm gonna tell you what furries deserve. F tier. Get them out of here. You know what I'm saying? But I've heard the story's actually good, so fine. We'll move it up. Fine. You furries, you're all right. You're all right. We'll move you to C tier. All right. People are putting a good word for you. All right. If this was up to me, I wouldn't have it. This is Berserk. I know it's Berserk because I see Guts and I see Griffith. It does seem like it's very. How would you put it? It seems like Game of Thrones. Like if Attack on Titan is the equivalent of Breaking Bad, I feel like Berserk is like Game of Thrones, but it doesn't suck. So honestly, I'm gonna put it in S tier. I think that's fair. Bleach. Now, let me just say, there's one redeeming thing about this show. Actually, two redeeming things about this show. It's going in B tier. Blood Blockade. I've never heard of it, so it probably sucks. It's going in F tier. I see a guy. I see another guy. I see a girl that looks like every anime character I've ever seen, so it's probably boring. So it's gonna go in D tier. Okay, I know this one. This one's Blue Exorcist. This one, I remember watching about like 10 to 15 episodes of it. It was kind of funny, but like I was also like 2 years old, so that's not really like, you know. I'm gonna put that, I'll put it B tier. I think it's right there with Bleach. It's right up there with Bleach. I'm gonna put it right there. Bofuri. I don't want to get hurt, so I'll max out my defense. That's the title of an isekai. This is where all isekai deserve to go. Someone had to say it. Someone had to say it, all right? Character Tomozaki. It seems like a slice of life, but maybe with like a comedy twist. I'll give it the benefit of the doubt and put it in D tier. Grace of the Gods. So from what I can see here, it looks like one, is that a dude? And there's a bunch of anime women looking at him. It's a show for people who are chronically online and don't go outside. It's going in F tier, all right? It's stupid. I think it looks stupid. Can I just say I think it looks stupid? What is this? I literally can't read this. But it's purple, and I think I like purple. That's going in D tier. No, it's going in C tier. Actually, it's going in B tier. I like purple a lot. Champion. This is the kind of show that I think people think is deep, and so it's probably stupid. It's gonna go in D tier. Cass Hearn Sins. This style, I like the style of this image here. Actually looks kind of sick, so I'm gonna put this in B tier. I think that's probably cool. Actually, you know what? I mean, screw it. What else are we doing? Let's put it in A tier. Screw it. What else are we doing? I don't know what this is, but I can't read it. I'll put it in D tier, just to be safe. I'll put it in D tier. I don't know what this is. It's 4 girls and 1 dude. So this is just like, sounds like my every Friday night. It's gonna go in F tier, all right, where it belongs. Code Geass. So I have another video idea that I'm pointing out where I'm gonna watch 10 anime my brother recommends me. This is one of the shows he recommended. He said Code Geass. So this show better blow my mind, but he was correct with Attack on Titan. So I'm gonna put it in S tier. Cowboy Bebop. All right, this one, I mean, I can't read this, so it's probably dumb. It's gonna go in C tier. What? Oh, this is the show. Okay, I can tell by the characters. I recognize this show. It's called Darling in the Franxx. Who names their kid Frank? F tier. That's an F tier. Here's a show, and it looks like it's all women. And since I am attracted to women, I'm gonna put this in A tier, all right? Ooh, Death Note. I started watching Death Note. I thought it was really interesting. That's gonna go in S tier. I mean, come on now. Come on now. It's Death Note, all right? It's gonna go in S tier. It's just such an interesting idea. It's like Breaking Bad, where he's a criminal and he barely gets away with being caught every time. He should have been caught a million times, but he barely gets away with it. And since it's similar to Breaking Bad, yeah, I already know where it's gonna go, all right? That's just it. Demon Slayer. So let me just say this. This is my perception of Demon Slayer, all right? I've seen a lot of people talk about it, and I know where my values lie, and I know where their values lie. So I'm just gonna put it the way I predicted. The animation in Demon Slayer is amazing. It's like best in the industry, but the story is complete garbage and so boring. For the animation alone, it's gonna go in A tier, all right? For the story, no, but the story sucks. And I'm a story guy. Now, leave it in A tier because the animation's good. I've seen the animation. It is really, really good. It is really well done. Oh, Devilman Crybaby. I'll put it in top of B tier. I feel like it's a super interesting show with a lot of style, but it just falls flats in some areas where it just can't. So it's gonna go top of B tier. I think that's fair. Domestic Girlfriend. This is another one I've heard of. Not great things at all. So that's gonna go bottom of F tier. I feel like that says Dororo. I feel like Dororo was a name I've heard before. I don't know if that's right. I literally can't read this, but it looks like it's a decent show. So that's gonna go in B tier. You'll enjoy your time watching it. It's nothing special, but you will enjoy your time. The time you put into it, you will get out. You will enjoy it. I think I had the correct opinion on this. And if you disagree with me, you're an idiot. D-Stone. I'll put it in B tier. Like, it's a decent product, but you know. Dragon Ball Z. So let me just say, here's the thing with Dragon Ball. I think the story does not need to be as long as it is, by any means. But it was a pinnacle of its time, and the style of Dragon Ball Z inspired essentially every anime after it. It has to go in S tier. It just has to go in S tier. Like, I don't think there's other option, you know? Like, how many things from Dragon Ball are just iconic, you know? Like Goku or going Super Saiyan. Naruto is essentially just copying Dragon Ball. Naruto, oh, he gets the 9 tails and powers up. Going Super Saiyan. He has a sphere that he shoots Rasengan. That's just Kamehameha. I think this is Dragon Ball again, so I'll just put an S tier along the right side of it. Dragon Quest. Oh, this is a Dragon Quest anime? I think Dragon Quest is sick. So Dragon Quest it's gonna go in A tier. I think Dragon Quest is sick. I'll put it right here. Elfinoid. Okay, Elfinoid. Yeah, okay. I've heard of this. I don't know what it's about. I've just heard the name. I will put it at the top of B tier. All right. I was gonna put it in A tier because of its reputation, but these are anime fans, and anime fans are really stupid. I'm not talking people who like anime. I'm talking people who only watch anime. That's what I consider anime fans. They only watch anime and no other media. They have the worst opinions ever. So I'm gonna put it in top of B tier. Erased. Okay, some friends wanted to watch it. We watched the first few episodes and I never came back to finish it. It seemed like it was a cool concept, but I watched Erased for like the first 3 episodes. I thought it was really good. I was like, oh, this is a really interesting plot. I like this. And then I heard everything past the point that I stopped watching starts going downhill and it ends really badly. I'm gonna go with my gut and say that they're right about this one. It's gonna go in C tier. I don't know what this is, but I feel like it's a mech show. And the only other mech show we've rated so far is Darling in the Franxx. And that has such a bad taste in my mouth. So I'm going to have to put this one in D tier because of that. I'm sorry. And you know what? While we're at it, let's just move it down to the very bottom of F tier. Because honestly, now that I think about it, it is the worst show out of all these so far. So Fairy Tail is a weird show. I feel like it was in the era of like all the shows around it where it's like they're very fun. They're not necessarily like great stories, but they're memorable and they're really fun. This one is like B tier. I think it's decent. Like I said, it has style, so you'll enjoy your time watching it. So B tier. I think that's fair. I literally can't read this. I don't know what this is. I'm just putting C tier. I literally can't tell what this is supposed to be, so I'll just put it in C tier. Ooh, Fate Zero. Okay, so Fate Zero. This is one I've actually watched. I watched it from start to finish. I actually thought it was a decent show. It's the best out of the Fate series. I watched Fate Zero. I said, man, that was actually really good. I watched the other shows. They're not necessarily bad shows, but they're not Fate Zero. So I think Fate Zero, honestly, I'm gonna put that like right here in A tier. I don't know what this is, so it's probably dumb. It's going in D tier. Fire Force. This one I've heard about. If I'm right, it's made same guy who did Soul Eater. And Soul Eater is pretty good. I'm gonna say this one is a step down, but it's still fairly decent. So let's put it in bottom of B tier. I think that's a good spot. Full Metal Alchemist. This one, I mean, we don't, like I said, we don't need to talk about this one. We don't need to talk about this. Okay, Future Diary. I know of this show. I watched part of it when my brother's watching it. I never really finished it myself, but from what I saw, I thought this kind of doesn't look very good. And then nowadays, people talk about it. They say, yeah, this show sucks. So this is like an F tier. It's an F tier. That's all it is. That's all I just put about it. Gate. D tier. Wait, is this Gintama? I've heard this is like one of like the best shows out there. Gintama. I'm gonna say, yeah, I'll put it in. I don't know how much I trust them though, so I'll put it in A tier because I don't know how much I trust those people's opinions. I'll put it in top of A tier. Oh, wait a minute, this is Goblin Slayer. I just realized Goblin Slayer is right here. I don't have much to say about it. I'm just gonna put it there. I'm just gonna put there. I don't have much to say about it. I'm just gonna put it there, all right? Dormitory. I don't know what this is, but it looks like a slice of life, which means it's stupid. It means it's going in F tier. I like when a show has actual adult characters as part of their cast. If it's just young characters, I think it's stupid. This one seems like it's actually decent. I'm gonna put it as B tier. It's probably B tier. I'm gonna say that. Oh, harem. Yeah, here it is. I think the idea of a harem is completely... I was gonna say the R word, but I'm trying to cut back on that. So I'm just gonna put it in F tier. We'll just call it a day. Hellsing, let's put it in A tier. A tier. I think it's just so sick. I think Hellsing is so sick. I like the style of it. It's like you know, here it is. We're just not gonna talk about it. We're not gonna talk about it. We're just not gonna talk about it. We're just gonna move on, not talk about it at all. Oh wait, okay. Oh, this is High School. Yes, High School of the Dead, right? This is another notorious show, High School of the Dead. I'm gonna put that in the bottom of B tier. Like it's so stupid, and it's just so over the top with everything. I don't know what this is, but it looks like a slice of life that's maybe like has a comedic spin to it. I'm gonna just put that in C tier. Let's put it in C tier. Hunter x Hunter. This one, I would say my genuine opinion on it, but Axel will kill me. So I'm gonna put it in S tier, and we're just gonna move on. Isekai show, stupid, F tier. That one says I'm quitting heroing. Isekai, garbage, F tier. X already kills you in the skill department. Initial D, that's an A tier. That's an A tier. Initial D, that's an A tier. I mean, come on now. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no other reason why it shouldn't be an A tier. Ooh, this is, what's it called? Inuyasha. I feel like it was an interesting show when it came out, but its age has really shown. So I'll put it in B tier. Jujutsu Kaisen. Okay, this is on the list for shows he wants me to watch. I heard Jujutsu Kaisen is actually really good, so I'll put it in A tier. I think that's a fair spot for it. Juni Kaisen, Zodiac War. You're just trying to rip off Jujutsu Kaisen. You just can't do it the same. It's going in F tier. I know this show. This is Kaguya-sama Love is War, if I'm right? Or is it just Kaguya Love is War? I don't know. Something like that. I've heard of it. Never care to watch it because it's a slice of life. I don't really care about that. I heard it's actually pretty funny though. It's like an also comedy. I'm just gonna play the safe card and put it in. I'll put it in A tier, even though it's a slice of life. Oh, I hate putting a slice of life this high up, but it's what are you gonna do? Kageguri. I am aware of this show's existence. It's probably dumb though, so it's gonna go in C tier. It's overrated. That's what it is. It's overrated because I've heard of it a lot, but it's overrated. No one actually likes that show. I feel like I might recognize this show. I don't even know what this would be. They're like wearing samurai robes, so it's kind of cool. Since I can't tell what show it is, that means it didn't do very well, and it's not popular enough for me to recognize it. So that's gonna go in C tier. Kill la Kill. All right, here's the thing about Kill la Kill. It obviously has style because it's Trigger, right? They have style in everything they do. That being said, it's kind of annoying with the style where it's like it's almost too much and it falls flat with the style. I would put it in like B tier, but I know if Sonia sees that, she likes the show and she would kill me. So it's gonna go in A tier because I don't want to die tonight. Konosuba. Okay, everyone says it's really good. Everyone says Konosuba is a good show. I've seen a little bit of Konosuba and I think it's garbage. I think it's horrible. I think there's nothing redeeming about it. People are like, oh, Konosuba is so good. I watched it. There's nothing redeeming about it. Well, okay, there's a few jokes that I'm like, okay, that's a meta joke. That's kind of funny. It's horrible. Am I wrong for thinking that? I'm going to put that in D tier for being overrated. All right, that's what I'm going to put it in. This one's like Kuguro, something like that. No, Basket. And it's about basketball. And basketball is sick. So that's going to go in B tier. Log Horizon. Log reminds me of wood. Wood reminds me of nature. Nature. Boring. D tier. Magi, I've heard of this. I've seen the cover for it while scrolling through Netflix. Never cared to check it out. So it probably is not even good at all. So we're just gonna put in C tier. Put in C tier. The Millionaire Detective. These guys look like they're older, so they look cool. So it's gonna go in B tier. Oh, Mob Psycho. Mob Psycho. I've heard this is one of the best shows ever. Best shows ever. So just because I don't want to get crucified, I'm gonna put it in S tier just to be safe. I'm scared. Monster Girl. F tier. Monster, and we just saw Monster Girl, but he's a guy. Yeah, so it's Monster Girl, Monster. He's a guy this time, so it's probably good. That's gonna go in B tier. Mushoku. I've seen this. I've seen the characters. That looks like an O. I'm gonna say it's Mushoku. I see a lot of people talking about it, but I feel like it's just not my thing. So that's gonna go in like, put it up there in C tier. It's probably like better quality, but it's no. My Hero is a show I've regrettably watched because obviously the idea of the show is interesting, but it doesn't go anywhere. It never goes anywhere with the plot. It has such an interesting idea for a plot, and it does nothing with it. Put top of C tier. Like, it's just, you know. No, let's put it in bottom of B tier. I feel like it does have enough quality for the first little bit to make it enjoyable. But past that point, it's Naruto Shippuden. This is gonna suck. It's gonna suck for some people, but it's going to go top of A tier. It doesn't reach S tier. Everyone knows Naruto, but it's not gonna reach S tier. I'm sorry, it just doesn't. Except for the original Naruto. The original Naruto, I'm putting in bottom of S tier because it's at the original Naruto is actually pretty good. Here it is, Evangelion. Let me tell you about Evangelion. A lot of people think it's deep. A lot of people think that there's a lot of themes of like depression and all these mental health issues or stuff, and I think that's fair. If you relate to the show and it helps you out, I'm glad it does. But the story itself, I'm talking just the straight story that they're telling, is not well done at all. I think later, once they got into like the more modern age with like the movies and stuff, like end of Evangelion, it got much better. But the first half of all media of Evangelion you're gonna watch, and the first half of the story is so poorly done that it's gonna be hard to get through. By the last half, if you can stick through it, I think it does pick up. But the first half is so overrated and not good. The only reason people think of it as good as it is because the opening. The opening is S tier. S tier. I'll put it on top of B tier. That's fair. One Piece. Okay. If I share my true opinion on One Piece, I might get canceled off the internet. I might get deleted. Everyone's gonna get mad at me. I'll never live it down. For safety reasons, I'm gonna put it at the bottom of S tier because I don't want to die. Ooh, Oron High School Host Club. I've actually watched Oron High School Host Club. That was a long time ago, so I don't know if it would age as well. But I remember enjoying my time when I had the free time. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a funny gimmick. I thought the punchline was funny enough. So I'll put it in A tier. I think A tier is a good spot for it. Well, we're gonna have to talk about Future Diary and being in D tier. It's not in D tier. It's in F tier, where it belongs. Prison school. I don't know where to, I genuinely don't know where to put this. Any tier I put this in is not going to be correct. So let's just put it middle of the road, B tier, just to be safe, all right? Bottom of B tier, just to be safe. Ooh, Psycho-Pass. Okay, I never finished Psycho-Pass. But I actually really liked it. I really liked Psycho-Pass. I thought the idea of it was cool. I thought it was really interesting. That's going in A tier. I think Psycho-Pass was sick. It was cool. They all had the guns. You aim the gun at the person, and if their mental state is like not pure enough, the gun like flips out, and then you can shoot them. ReZero. I've heard ReZero is pretty good. I've heard ReZero is really good. Do I believe the people who say it's like as good as it is? Probably not. Probably not. So I'm just gonna put it in A tier. Yeah, bottom of A tier. I think that's fair. Ooh, Samurai Shampoo. I've heard of this. I've heard it's really good. All right. So I'm just gonna put this in A tier. I feel like I've heard it's really good. So let's put it in A tier. Oh, 7 Deadly Sins. Okay, this one I remember seeing it on Netflix. I started watching it. I got like halfway through the first season. I stopped watching it, and then everyone said that the show sucks. So I was like, okay, well I'm not missing out. See, let's put it right above Konosuba in D tier. Soul Eater. Soul Eater. I've heard is really good. I think even though I've never seen anything about this, I feel confident that it's an A tier show. I feel super confident that it's like an A tier show. Ooh, Spy Family. Family values. All right, so let's put that in A tier. Probably pretty funny. Sword Art Online. All right, Sword Art Online. I'm gonna tell you exactly where Sword Art Online belongs. Right above Darling in the Franxx. That's where Sword Art Online truly belongs. It is a horrible, horrible show. It is garbage, and there is nothing redeeming about it. Anyone who likes the show has not watched it in years and are blinded by nostalgia. That's it. I know what this is. This is The Devil Works at McDonald's or something. Satan works at McDonald's. It's Satan from another world comes to the real world and he has to work at McDonald's. It was pretty funny. I remember watching it. It was actually really funny. Put it right here. You know what? Now I'm thinking about it. Prison School's going back down to C tier. I'm sorry. I can't. I've seen it so much. I'm like, no, I can't live with that. What the heck is this? I remember there's a show called The Irregular Magic High School or something like that. And this character in the back kind of looks like that, but I don't think this is that show. That being said, these characters look so similar. They look dumb. That's going in D tier. Oh, I think I know this one. This is Shield Knight or something like that. I'm gonna put this in. Nah, it's probably bad. Let's put that in D tier. This is Toradora. I recognize the character designs. This is Toradora. It's kind of in the same boat as Kaguya. Not quite as good, but let's put it at the top of B tier. Right under Evangelion. This one, another fantasy show. That's probably dumb. Another D tier. Fate Stay Night. Okay. So we have Fate Zero. Fate Stay Night. The animation's better than Fate Zero, but the story is just so like mediocre and childish. So it's gonna go in B tier. I think that's a fair spot for it. It's no Fate Zero. Vinland Saga. Okay, this one I started watching. I was kind of bored because it kind of started super slow. I've heard it's pretty good, but it takes a little bit to get into. Let's put it at top of right here on A tier. Ooh, this one's Yu Yu Hakusho. This one, I've heard Yu Yu Hakusho is really good. That's going in A tier. Actually, let's put it above Gintama, honestly. Actually, let's put it not above Gintama, but it's above Naruto Shippuden. There we go. We'll just rearrange those. So there it is. That is my anime list. This is the final list. You can disagree with me, but just know you're wrong. I hope you guys enjoyed watching my ranking of this, because like I said, I do have the truest opinions. What I say is correct, so you can't defy me. You can't tell me my opinion's wrong, because it is correct. Final rankings. I think we did pretty good on this list. And if you're upset, deal with it. Stay mad. I don't know. I'm just right all the time, like I usually am.